Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session based around the themes of self-care, self-love, and self-trust. And I was working with a client where two key things had happened which had really knocked their ability to trust themselves. One was a decision that they made, which in hindsight to me looked like establishing a boundary where other people were asking with this element of expectation or entitlement rather than genuine appreciation. And their response was eventually to say no. And that would have been for many people just considered assertive behavior, but the way in which they said it, it felt that it caused chaos and it damaged certain relationships. So they were dealing with the aftermath of being punished for having a boundary, for deciding what they were and were not willing to do, but also they experienced quite a damaging injury that affected their ability to walk and run and those kind of things. So in this particular hypnosis session, it starts off using an induction in a place in Tasmania. I think it's the Bay of Fire. And that was because this particular client had had a recent experience being there with a real feeling of self-reflection and self-connection. So it made sense to harness that. Plus it was a fresh memory for them. So it was a good ability to have one level of disassociation from their current situation. They wanted to have more confidence in their ability to kind of not question their ability to walk, particularly on uneven circumstances. So there is a metaphor of a mountain goat, particularly on these rocks. The sunset becomes the deepener. The sunrise becomes a way of looking at new opportunities and new possibilities for them. There's a couple of metaphors here that link to this idea of boundaries and self-love, and that, in all honesty, if you're always putting other people in front of your own needs, at some level that's going to lead to a feeling of depletion, that you've got nothing else to give. And that's why self-love is not selfish, because the more that you have within yourself, the more you're able to give other people. So there's a few things going on in this session. It does use a lot of metaphors, and it does use a lot of very kind of, let's say, broad themes rather than specific suggestions. So I think anyone that is a bit of a people pleaser, a bit of a giver, your nature is to be empathetic and a giver, you might be on the receiving end of people exploiting that and taking advantage of that, in which case I think you'll get some value from this particular session. At the same time, please be aware that this session was created for an individual. So some of the things that they did for self-care and rejuvenation, like swimming in the sea, ice baths, and chanting, might not be your things. For you, it might be treating yourself to a nice meal or going for a massage or something else that you like to do. So as always, treat it like a buffet, like take the things that are relevant for you, leave behind anything that are irrelevant, and just kind of utilize what's beneficial. And this is how I tend to deal with a lot of, I read a lot of personal development books, but I'm not reading every single page thinking I have to apply that. I'm being very selective and discerning, and if there is one principle or insight that is helpful for me, I'll take it, and if it isn't, I'll leave it behind. And I encourage you to do the same thing from a hypnotic perspective, that you don't have to accept every suggestion. Allow your unconscious to utilize what's beneficial and disregard those which aren't beneficial. And if you do like the idea of a bespoke session created for you and your individual circumstances, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule that free consultation call to explore working with me, because then the entire session is for you, in which case it could be 100% relevant for you rather than maybe 60, 70, 80% relevant for you. And if that appeals, then click the link in the show notes. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, just breathe in that slow, long, relaxing breath, and as you exhale, feel a wonderful sense of relaxation as tension leaves your body in that outward breath. Breathing in that relaxation through your nose and exhaling tension through your nose. Each breath enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the even deeper you can breathe. As you allow your lungs to do the breathing for you. No need to force inward or outward. Feel that the breathing is happening all by itself, enabling you to feel deeper and more relaxed. And as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. I want to use the power of your imagination and imagine yourself discovering the incredible scenery of the Bay of Fires in Tasmania. Imagine seeing the rugged landscape, the unique colors and shades of the rock formations. And maybe you can see the varieties of trees and plants around the bay. I want you to get a sense that you feel peaceful here in the bay. You feel a deep feeling of connection with yourself. And maybe you can hear gentle waves lapping against the rocks, or maybe a breeze through the plants or the grass. But each sound, each breath helps you to feel even more grounded than the last, more present, and more at ease. As you imagine exploring the bay, imagine seeing the unique color of the rocks by the shore, Maybe there's a vibrant orange connected to the rocks that comes from the unique plants and animals that attach to the rocks. I want you to imagine, as you place one foot on one of those rocks, that your foot is adapting to the shape of the rock. If the rock is flat, you put more weight on your heel. If it's slanted, notice how your center of gravity changes to either move forwards or backwards as necessary. As you start to feel that you can trust your body's ability to adapt to the environment. I want you to get a sense that here in the bay, it's afternoon. And I want you to get a sense that you can see a rock elevated above all the other rocks. It's calling you. It represents a challenge, but it also represents new perspectives. What if you get to see your life from a different vantage point when you're high up? I want you to get a sense. A combination of rocks and sand and other surfaces give you a pathway up to that high rock. And as you begin to move across the rocks, carefully but with full self-assurance, just imagine you feel as certain as a wild mountain goat. Each step upwards, sure and purposeful, with your feet instinctively adjusting to the surfaces and slopes beneath you. Every step gives more information for your brain and your body to make the next step even more certain. Doubt is replaced with certainty as your body learns that it can trust your body's strength, mobility. And before long, you feel that you can effortlessly rise up, rock after rock, higher and higher. And notice how confident you feel in your movements when you trust your body to adapt. Step by step, you climb higher, with the bays stretching out beneath you. The sound of the waves grows softer as you ascend, replaced by whispers of the wind. Because you are climbing towards a vantage point, and with every step you feel lighter, freer, and stronger, as though you're leaving behind any feelings of being stuck, trapped, or blocked. Because that version of you wouldn't even be in this location. The version of you that is making this progress is not the old you, but an evolved you. A combination of you at your best, but also you at your wisest. This perfect balance of wisdom, but also trust, energy, and strength. I want you to imagine how good it feels to reach the top of the highest rock overlooking the bay. Maybe you feel like a lion in the wilderness, feeling that everything you see belongs to you. From this vantage point, you can see the sun beginning its descent towards the horizon. As you start to imagine, the colors of the sky have shifted from blue to breathtaking golden yellows, fiery oranges, and soft purples, blending together like a living painting. And this fantastic light and colors reflect off the water, creating shimmering patterns that dance and sparkle like a gift just for you. And as the sun sets, feel yourself sinking even deeper into this peaceful, relaxed state. You still feel warm even as the sun sets. And with every moment the sun dips lower, you feel a growing sense of clarity and calm. I'll count down from 5 to 1, and with each descending number as the sun sets, feel that you are going deeper and deeper to that place where powerful change happens naturally. Five. The sun is getting closer to the horizon, and you feel deeply connected to the earth beneath you. 4. The light softens, and you feel your breath becoming even steadier. 3. The colors deepen, and you feel any lingering tension dissolving. 2. Feel that the bay is bathed in twilight, and you feel a deep stillness within you. And then 1, the sun sets completely, leaving behind a soft glow that fills your heart with warmth and peace. You feel safe on this high rock. Maybe start to see stars and the moon in the sky. Perhaps even imagine chanting a phrase or a rhythm that takes you even deeper into a unique connection with yourself. As you breathe in and out under the night sky in the Bay of Fires, a new image begins to form in your mind. A beautiful rose, vibrant and full of life. Its petals are soft and rich with color. And maybe the petals represent a kind-hearted nature, a sense of generosity. But this rose is not vulnerable. It has strong, sharp thorns that protect it from harm. Imagine being the rose and feel that these thorns represent your boundaries, your ability to say no when you need to, and the strength to stand firm when others might take advantage of your kindness. And you understand that the thorns are not there to keep people out, but to protect the rose so it can continue to bloom. You realize that by saying no when needed, by having those boundaries, you are allowing yourself to thrive, to be the unique version of you you desire to be. To grow, to give even more when the time is right. A strong rose cannot pour its beauty into the world if it's trampled upon. And in the same way, you cannot pour from an empty cup. These thorns, these boundaries, enable you to replenish what is good and pure and valuable within you, ensuring your rose is in full bloom and your cup is overflowing with what makes you uniquely you. So now imagine on that high rock in the bay, holding a beautiful but empty cup. And maybe there was a time when your cup was empty. Maybe lacking self-love or your ability to give to others. To pour into this cup, you must first pour into yourself. And think of all the ways you can replenish this cup. Travel, experiences, swimming in the sea, chanting mantras, or maybe taking an ice bath where you feel invigorated and alive. Each act of self-care is a gift you give to yourself, a way of recharging your batteries and filling your cup to overflowing. And when your own cup is overflowing, you don't mind saying yes when you know it's appreciated, because you have plenty to give. Imagine yourself embracing these moments of self-love. Self-love is not selfish. It's necessary. It's not selfish to eat and to sleep. Because if you don't eat and sleep, you're in no position to do anything for anyone. So imagine yourself doing those things that are just for you. And they become the foundation that allows you to give your best to the world without depleting yourself. If a rose keeps giving a petal to everyone that asks, the rose is no longer a rose. If a full cup keeps pouring for others without replenishing, the cup is empty. So feel the love you have for yourself, the love you have for nature, flowing into your cup, filling it to the brim. And as your cup overflows, you feel a growing sense of momentum in your life, an unstoppable energy propelling you forward, helping you break free from the past, free from feeling stuck or trapped or empty. As you look out into the night sky, imagine your future, a future where you are living life on your terms. See yourself thriving, moving through your days with purpose and confidence like a sure-footed mountain goat. You feel momentum building with every step you take, as though the universe itself is supporting your journey. A future where you embrace your kind-hearted nature, your generosity, but do so with clear boundaries. because you have the confidence to say no when it's necessary. And you do so with kindness and respect, knowing that it's a way of protecting your energy and your well-being. Picture the joy in your life as you continue to grow, as you find balance between giving to others and giving to yourself. See yourself surrounded by love, by nature, by the things that fill your cup and keep you whole. Feel the pride in knowing that you are living as a beautiful, strong rose with petals that share kindness and thorns that protect your peace. As you hold on to these images and feelings of momentum and self-love, know that it is now a part of you, woven into your very fabric of your existence. And whenever you swim in the sea, chant your mantras, take an ice bath, or just do something nice for yourself, you will feel this gift of self-care and self-love returning to you, filling your cup once more. As you stare into the night sky, see the sunrise beginning. This sunrise represents a new chapter in your life, new beginnings, new opportunities. And I wonder what wonderful possibilities exist in this next stage of your life. A time where you make hay because the sun shines. Life is good, so you make it even better. Imagine descending from the rocks like that sure-footed mountain goat, returning to the bay, seeing the beautiful sunrise, feeling that you are entering a new stage of your life, perhaps the best one ever. But it's time now to return to the present, taking these thoughts, feelings, and ideas with you. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect fully into the here and now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.